And
Pretty much so.
of all weeks to start, it's WrestleMania week, everybody.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, it is.
we thought that we would maybe go through a little bit of WrestleMania week for you and talk about the shows and the card for that matter. So for WrestleMania week, it's going to be a long week. WrestleMania week starts with Raw on Monday night, which will also have the Hall of Fame in the episode as well. And then Wednesday will be NXT Takeover Night 1. Thursday will be NXT Takeover Night 2. Thursday will be SmackDown and the Hall of Fame in that show as well. And then Saturday and Sunday is WrestleMania nights 1 and 2. And we'll have Monday after Raw. Or, I'm sorry, Raw after...
Mania.
Yeah, after Mania, thank you.
Yeah,
and then Tuesday night, NXT moves to Tuesday night the weekend or the week after Mania. So, what do you guys think about that insane schedule coming up
a
here?
lot of wrestling.
Yeah. All right, so since this is WrestleMania week, we thought we'd do
Brenda
a quick.
says she's following us on the ground.
All right, sweet. So we thought we'd go over the WrestleMania card and do a quick little preview of each match before we move on to some other topics because we're going to talk about more than just pro wrestling. We're going to talk about movies and maybe some video games, just whatever interests us, at any given time. We're going to go over all that stuff. So, but for this week, it's WrestleMania week, so we're going to start out night 1 of WrestleMania is Saturday. And there's 6 matches on the card for night 1 and 6 matches for night 2. Night 1, I'm just going to run down through the list here. We're going to go over each one individually, see what we all think. Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champion, will defend her title against the 2021 Royal Rumble winner, Bianca Belair. Tone, what do you think about this match? Do you think the build's been good? I think the match is going to be great personally. I love both these competitors, but what do you think?
The build's been hit or miss. There's too many times that I've seen people having their shoulders pinned to the mat that probably shouldn't have on the road to WrestleMania.
Agreed.
But the build's been good. It's going to be a great match no matter what because you got 2 of probably the best female talents in the world, not only WWE, but in the world. And 100%, my opinion, the belt's going to change. I don't see why it wouldn't. But no matter what, we're in for a treat.
What about you, Brandon? What are your thoughts on this match?
I mean, the same. I wasn't surprised that Bianca won. Honestly, she's worked her butt off in NXT, and then to get called up to SmackDown, right choice, right person, and I'm 100% agree with Tony. I do believe that the belt will be changing hands and going to her, and she should have a strong run with it, hopefully. But we know how wrestling is. So.
Yeah, we'll plead the fifth on that one. Damon, what's your thoughts, buddy?
Honestly, I don't think the belt's going to change hands.
Really?
What?
Okay.
No, Banks is going to keep it.
Whoa.
Blasphemy.
Whoa.
Hey, man's got his opinions. Let's hear more about it.
Since the start of her run in NXT, just have not. I like wholeheartedly deserved the win at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's her damn fucking hair whip. I cannot stand.
Okay.
So it's like time out. Do you mean to tell me out of all of the weird, cheeky gimmicks used in wrestling, that one is
like Bushwhacker Luke
bothers you? Like legit, like we can name off a crap ton of other wrestlers who have cheap gimmicks, but yet
name me one cheap gimmick that was used as a weapon.
Yeah, but you acting like it's the gobbledygook that's gonna win this shit. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
You see the size of that damn hair thing, man? That would hurt.
Yeah, that's why it's a weapon. Or it should be classified as a weapon.
But it's her hair, so it is what it is.
I mean, and in wrestling, there's always weird things like that. But I mean, I can see why some people would like it, but I personally don't have as big of a problem with it.
But from a pure athletic standpoint, it's going to be a great match.
Yeah. And I guess that'll lead into what
why wouldn't her that athletic standpoint be the reason why she wins? Why does it have to come down to the hair whip?
I was just stating an opinion on the hair. I just think they're not going to take it off Sasha right now.
Okay. Well, what about you, Eric? What do you got?
Well, I'm kind of along the lines of I kind of agree with Tony that there's been some pinfalls that I'm not really fond of. Like, I don't think personally the champion should be losing or Bianca or the challenger for any title should be losing in the build up to WrestleMania. Both of them have taken losses, whether they be in tag matches or singles matches or what have you. Now, that notwithstanding, the match should be great. Both competitors are great at what they do. Hair whip notwithstanding. Yeah, I think to me, if I was booking night one, with the exception of maybe Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, I would maybe put these two women in the main event. That's just me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
but if they do one or the other, I can't be upset about it. Whichever one main events, but the other one, it deserves it just as much as whoever does go on.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Speaking of the WWE Championship match, that's our next match we're going to preview here. Bobby Lashley, the champion, with Montel Vontavious Porter in his corner versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I guess I'll start with this one. I think that match should lead off the night, personally, because it's the first night that fans will be back in attendance. So I think you want to start off with the bang. Drew McIntyre, who did not get to have his moment in front of fans last year due to the pandemic, I think you start off that night with his entrance, light that sucker up, let him come out there. I don't think you should maybe take the title off Bobby Lashley yet. I love what they're doing with Bobby Lashley. With getting rid of the Hurt Business notwithstanding last week. I thought that was a horrible idea. But the match, I think, could be great. But I just definitely think they are setting up this match for Drew McIntyre to win in front of fans. So, to me, you start off WrestleMania Night 1 with that. And I think it could be good. So, we'll see. Who wants to go next?
All right. So, I don't think Bobby should lose that title.
I don't think he should. Yeah.
They should start off WrestleMania. I'd be completely fine with that. And that match would be great because you got two big horses going at it. And I don't think Bobby should lose it. But as far as like the Hurt Business goes, I'll say this. They were good for what they were, right? Like, you always have that faction in the beginning until somebody breaks off.
Mm-hmm.
It always happens. And Bobby Lashley was clearly going to be the one to get pushed off and then do away with, and Benjamin?
Cedric and Benjamin, yeah.
Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
But I believe you should probably keep them as a tag team. I mean, that'd be solid.
Yeah, I think they will. I just felt like the Hurt Business was really starting to get over, and maybe it was just a little too soon. But I see what they were doing. I get it. But
because at this point, you're going to focus on Lashley and what they're doing with Lashley. Lashley being this, like, I thought leading up to what happened, like how he got the belt, doing the Miz's dirty work, and then, coming to collect, what he's owed. I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
What? Go ahead.
No, Damon, you go ahead now, because I'm gonna say shit that's gonna probably defend this motherfucker. So just Damon, go ahead and yours, and then I'll come in and finish up.
Damon.
So there.
Okay.
Out.
It's your turn.
It's your turn. Speak.
I'll agree. Bobby shouldn't have that belt taken.
That's it.
I haven't been really paying that much attention to this storyline, though.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, to be honest,
it's not really much to it either.
No. I mean, to me, I honestly feel like Drew McIntyre should never have lost the belt to begin with. Back last year or whatever it was, they gave it to Randy Orton off of him, and then he won it back, and then he lost to the Miz in the freaking.
That was a cop. That was a cop out to get the briefcase off of Miz.
I agree, but Miz never should have had the briefcase again to begin with, in my opinion. He lost it once, and they gave it back to him for some unforeseen reason.
Because it was Morrison who signed the contract for him, I guess.
Yeah, they tried to play some cheap thing with that. But how many managers or whatever have cashed it in before, and then they let him go ahead and keep it? So, I mean, I get the logistic of it, but to me, it's just kind of like, why? But,
Could have done without that, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And this should maybe be Bobby Lashley going for the title against Drew McIntyre, if they were going to book it that way, and then Bobby gets the big win. And, they tried to make that out to be a big deal when it happened. I think it would have been a bigger deal at WrestleMania, personally.
Yeah.
But we are where we are. And so I think, McIntyre's going to win. Next match on the card is obviously to me.
Whoa,
I'm sorry. Tony, go ahead. My bad. I started to jump forward there.
I'm just going to blow by me like I don't exist.
Yeah, like, he was like, no, your opinion don't
matter.
My
first night as well, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Bobby Lashley's big old.
Oh, here we go.
The big son bitch shouldn't even have the belt right now. He shouldn't. He don't. No. Drew McIntyre, the belt, WrestleMania, carries that thing for the year. There's no reason he should have lost at all. You can go ahead and you could set up Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre walking into WrestleMania as the champion. Maybe Miz still has that money in the bank, comes out during the match, gets involved in it, throws his briefcase in. I know that's not the chicken shit heel he is. He would sneak in at the last moment, but I think if you come in halfway through the match, you get something going on, Bobby pins Miz, wins the title at Mania, gets his big due. Next night on Raw, have a very angry Drew McIntyre. But right now, Drew McIntyre is not angry at Bobby Lashley. He's angry at the Miz. That gets that gets Drew away from the title. He could do a little thing with the Miz. And then Monday Night Raw. What do we always have on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania? And huge, a big return. Here comes your boy Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes down, fucking F5s Bobby Lashley. You start their feud. You let them work and keep the belt on Bobby for a while. That's fine. But it's been so back and forth this whole damn year. I understand Drew didn't get his win in front of crowd. I wish he did, but hey, I think that's the way it should go. Bobby should not have the title right now. Drew should be walking in as a year-long champion. So Monday night on Raw, the return of the beast, Brock Lesnar, the match that Bobby himself wants and everybody else wants to see. Let them hosses go at it. And that way you also have Drew not losing anything because he didn't get pinned.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Being in the match, he's the official person to be, he's eligible to be pinned. Bobby pins him. So
I agree with you. That's probably the way it maybe should have gone. Unfortunately, that's not what they did. So it's got, how do you foresee what we have going?
I still think it plays.
Bobby will win it.
You think Bobby's going to retain?
I think Bobby retains.
I actually think that is a possibility. I just kind of wonder if they're setting it up the opposite way, but you never know.
For Drew to beat him and then Lesnar come out?
Well, I'm not saying Lesnar's involved at all. I'm just saying Drew McIntyre gets his big moment that he didn't get. That's just the way I see it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I would love it if I want to see Brock versus Bobby. I really do, because I know Bobby's been wanting it forever. So I think that's what they should do if they can get Brock to come back. And I just don't know what Brock's situation is right now.
You like you broke?
Well, no, that's for sure. All right, so we'll move on from this match since we've got a lot to get through here tonight. Match number 3 is Bad Bunny with Damian Priest versus The Miz with John Morrison. Personally, this is the match I go to the bathroom with. Nothing against The Miz. I like
Damian Priest. I really
and I love Damian Priest, and I actually think Miz is an underrated guy. I really do. He's always consistent. He's good on the mic. He's actually not bad in the ring. He doesn't get hurt. I just feel like Vince is never going to do anything with the guy outside of what they've done already. No. So to me, and I get it, they're going for people who love Bad Bunny. I personally don't know who in the world this guy is.
Yeah, okay.
I know a lot of people do, but
he has a whole. Him and Damian bring in that whole Latino demographic, legit. Right. Bad Bunny is huge in Puerto Rico,
and that part I totally understand. Yeah,
so that's why. I mean, that's why he's there.
Yeah.
But at least for him being a celebrity, at least he has put in the work to actually put on the show.
I'll give him that. He's been training his butt off for this match, from what I hear. So that's a good thing.
So
now as for who wins.
It's going to be 5-star, but
it's going to be Bad Bunny. He's going to win this match.
Bunny, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Priest or if anybody else gets involved, but
I think we can all collectively agree that Bad Bunny's going to win.
Yeah.
I've yet to recall a celebrity match where the celebrity actually lost.
Yeah,
not at Mania, probably. Yeah,
especially not at Mania.
Yeah, I can't recall. I mean, there may be one.
I think he'll pin Miz. Miz will eat the pin.
Yeah, well, he has to. He's the only one in the match.
Morrison's in it too.
No, Morris is on the outside.
It's a singles match.
Oh, it's a singles. I thought it was a tag match. No. My bad.
I think it was supposed to be originally.
It probably would be a better match as a tag match.
I thought it was a tag match.
I thought there might have been a reason why they decided to make it a single. I can't remember what the reasoning was off the top of my head.
Because Miz has given Bad Bunny more shit than Morrison has.
Maybe. I know.
From my understanding.
I can't remember. I heard at one point, but I forgot.
All I remember is seeing Bad Bunny clock the shit out of the Miz on a Raw one.
Yeah, it was pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty stiff. Any other thoughts on this match? Or we just want to kind of settle.
No.
All right, the next match will be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will defend their titles against AJ Styles and the Big Man Omos.
That's a big dude.
That's a big dude.
Yeah, well, you know what? Talent that don't go hand to hand.
No.
That
No.
player got talent.
Just ask the Great Khali. Yeah, the Hall of Famer, Great Khali.
Giant
I guess
Gonzalez.
you're right, Ma. I take that back. You can't be tall.
But again, that's
the Giant Gonzalez.
That's the demographic from his home country, India. Though and that's
Yeah.
why he's getting, which I've heard he's done a lot. So good for him on that. But yeah, when it comes to Almost, though, I'm not sure. We've never seen the guy, so I don't know what he's going to do. I mean,
Well, from my understanding, he was actually Shane McMahon's
bodyguard.
yeah, for
Yeah,
the
Underground?
Raw
Underground
Underground.
thing.
But I'm just
That's where
saying,
he's come from.
yeah, I just know
He
we've
was
never
one of the
seen him in the
ninjas
ring.
That was with Tozawa too.
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of the
Yes, he
ninjas
was.
or something.
That's
He's been through a
big
lot.
ass ninja.
Now, I think he's in the best setup he's got right now with AJ Styles. He's got
Oh,
this
for sure.
got this Kevin
Oh, yeah.
Nash, Diesel, Shawn Michaels thing going on,
Mhm.
which
They,
I don't know if I'm picking this match, AJ Styles and Almost is winning the belts. But
Why?
just because they're going to, I don't know. To me, it's like, all right, we're going to showcase Almost a
even
little
without
bit.
actually being in a match, they've built
They have.
Omos or whatever.
They
built
have.
him to be a beast.
I
I mean, look what he did to like Big E at the Rumble. Just pulled him straight out, standing flat-footed next to the ring, and pulled him out over the top
I mean,
rope.
like I said, he's a big dude. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. But again,
that doesn't
we
mean
don't know
talent, though.
his-
Absolutely.
We have no idea. But he's been there since what, 2018?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, it's not like he.
I mean, watch him come out
All
and
right,
just
so
blow
I
us
have
all away.
pimples on my ass that have been around longer than him. That doesn't mean that
I know,
Come on,
but
man.
I'm just saying, like,
you got to do it for the blind side, the Green Mile put together, and this is what you get. It ain't shit. It's terrible.
Mhm.
Just let the New Day win. Let them get AJ the fuck away from him. God, it's terrible.
I can't disagree with that at all.
I mean,
No.
yeah,
I can't. I mean, I would be personally fine with that.
But what do you? Okay, so if you
What do
take
you do with them? You send them
Yeah.
the fuck home.
not him, I'm talking about AJ.
Hmm.
Where do you put him?
Oh, AJ, you put him back in the title picture.
Which they did
You
do
put-
last
you don't
year.
think- You don't think AJ and Bobby couldn't tear it up?
I'm
Come
not
on,
saying
man.
they
Yeah.
couldn't, but I'm just saying, like,
They did do AJ and Drew McIntyre late last year, I believe. But
AJ is
Oh,
your
yeah, they
workhorse right now.
I mean,
Or
it's
you
not like
could
they don't do
start
it
the-
again.
Start the build for him and Hunter. Hunter said he wouldn't do it this year, but he said if you were given the proper prep time, he would consider it and possibly do it. Give the motherfucker a year to train, get back into shape. Hunter and you can't get Sean and AJ. You might as well take the next best combination.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right.
Retired Taker, he might as well retire Hunter.
Yeah, I know Ric Flair, I think, has been pushing Hunter for a retirement match last I heard. So if that's the case, I mean, might as well. It could be okay for a Mania match, especially. Another match that I'm not super thrilled with just because the build for this has been, to me, cringe.
Shouldn't exist. Just this shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it's Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon steel cage match.
Will there be choo-choo noises?
Most likely.
More than likely.
And I hope.
Will there be a kid that's getting tagged in this match?
I don't think that's happening.
Hopefully not. It's a steel cage match.
But it's a steel cage match. Means
Oh,
everybody's going to
snap.
get involved. So, I mean,
Everybody's going to get involved,
But,
and Shane's
look.
jumping from the top.
Mhm.
Look, every WrestleMania, we know it's going to happen. We just don't know the victim. This year, it's
Yeah.
Braun Strowman. So it's not like we shouldn't have seen it coming. It happens every WrestleMania. So.
And Shane's going to lose. There's no
Yeah,
way in hell
yeah,
Braun's
Braun's
going
winning.
to win this.
Yeah, I would think so. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Braun.
I'll tell you right now, if they have train noises in this again,
Good.
I hope to everything that is holy that these fans boo the hell out of it because I am that and
Vince isn't going to care, though.
I know,
It's
but
a reaction.
it'll be the first time he's had a little bit of pushback live that he's had in like a year though.
I
So
still don't think it's going to matter.
between that
How
and
many years did we go with Roman getting that kind of reaction of constant boos?
and what's funny is they
and
finally
did
got
nothing.
and they finally got Roman over as a heel and they turned him they finally got him over as a babyface when he came back from leukemia and they turned him heel. But you know,
but that heel run is legit.
yeah, they're doing
Oh,
great
yeah.
with him. We'll get to
The only
Roman.
thing that could turn Roman Reigns heel was leukemia.
Yeah.
Yo,
We'll get to Roman though here in a little while. But
Yeah.
But yeah, the final match on night one is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins.
Match of the night.
That should be your
I agree. It could very well be. And I am thankful that Cesaro is finally getting a little bit of his due here and getting a singles match at WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
to me, he wins and he puts Seth Rollins puts him over. Personally,
Hopefully.
How it should be, but
there should be no reason why he should lose.
right?
Like legitimately.
I'm going with my boy Claudio, aka Cesaro,
Cicero.
swing himself.
Go swing him silly, and that crowd will hopefully go nuts for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to night two here, and we are going to start at the bottom of the card that I think, and we're going to work our way to the main event, I think. We're going to start with the United States Championship, Riddle versus Sheamus.
Take that bet off Riddle and do something else with
Is it too much to ask that they both blow out quads and the belt just gets stripped?
Like, I don't know what this whole. I have no idea. But it is.
I don't know if they just don't like Riddle and they are taking this as a complete rib and a practical joke, but they're making him out to be the goof of all goofs.
I have no idea.
And
He's like Rob Van Dam light.
He wasn't. I mean, I don't recall him being like this in NXT. He's actually.
Oh, God, no.
He seemed pretty cool there.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know what this is.
I don't.
He ain't got a scooter.
I mean, I think the match could be okay, but
The match will be okay on Riddle's part. Look, I'm not saying Sheamus ain't good, but it'll be
very limited.
Yeah.
You need to spin that shit around, bro.
You think Riddle's trash?
He's more than trash, and you know what? I tell him to his face. He beat my ass, but I tell him to his face, "You trash, you big ass, greasy haired, hot garbage."
I mean, who's winning the match though?
Sheamus.
I'm going with Riddle. I think it'll stay Riddle.
Would.
I did Riddle for me.
So 2-2 here. Okay. Next match, which I think again.
My reasoning. Sorry, to interrupt. My
go ahead.
reasoning is to continue making him a bigger goof.
Well, that's possible. I mean, that does have Vince McMahon written all over it. Anything that doesn't involve another entrance for Riddle with freaking birds shooting out of his feet, I'm happy with. I don't know. That was another thing that made me
Wait,
so.
what now?
You see a bird
I
shot out
missed
of
that.
Last week on Raw,
I was like, what?
Riddle come down to the ring, and you know the spot where he usually jumps in the ring and kicks his flip flops off.
Right.
When he does that, they added cartoon birds coming out of his feet. I kid you not.
You
Oh
lying.
my God!
You lying.
No, look it up. Look it up. It's real.
Send us the link.
I'll send it to you once the stream is over. But yeah, it is.
You
It
go
was,
ahead about your business. I'm looking.
well, okay. It was
There's
hot
no fucking way that happened.
garbage.
You lying.
Eric, April Fool's was 3 days ago.
This was before that.
They ain't do that.
You're telling us after the fact.
No, they did.
No way.
Yes, they added train sounds to Braun. You can't believe this.
No, because it's just so absurd.
Stupid.
Am I the only one who saw this?
Yes.
Yes, because I don't watch Raw.
Oh God, he's not lying.
I told you.
Cartoon, colorful birds too. They couldn't even make them all look like doves.
Oh my God.
You know when you in the cartoons when them birds.
You think I lied? I'm okay.
Yo.
Now that's settled. Let's move on from that atrocity.
That's trash.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan
Oh, that
Paul.
was fucking horrible.
Yo.
Yeah, I think obviously the match with Kevin and Sami could be great because they obviously know each other very well.
They always do. Yeah.
NXT.
Logan's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Why is he there?
The only thing I can think
Sammy
of.
and him have been talking on Twitter about Sammy's documentary.
Yeah, this documentary where he's been underutilized and screwed over and all this stuff.
Which I mean, he's technically not wrong.
Now, granted, Sami Zayn's done some great work from what I could tell with this gimmick, better than what he probably should, because the gimmick's not great. But match-wise, like I said, Kevin and Sami, they go way back. NXT had some great stuff, so that could be good. Now, Logan Paul being there, I think it's just because the other celebrities on night one with Bad Bunny. Logan Paul is a celebrity on night two. So in that case, I get it. But to me, I really don't care who wins this. It's just kind of a whatever. I think probably Kevin Owens, but I could go either way.
I think Sammy will win.
Dumbass Logan Paul.
Yeah, maybe.
The power of celebrities.
Yeah. So that's that all we want to spend on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on quickly.
Sammy for the win.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Who'd you say, Sammy? I think KO's gonna win.
I think KO. Yeah.
2-2 again.
2-2. Split down the middle again. All right. We're going to move on to the Intercontinental Championship. Big E will defend his title against Apollo Crews. Personally, I think what they're doing with Apollo Crews has been pretty good.
Isn't that the same gimmick he had on the Indies?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I just feel like Paul Heyman's got his hands all over this.
Oh yeah.
My vote is for Coming to America to win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little.
Demonetized again.
It was a little.
I agree. I think Apollo should win.
It was a little off-putting where he come out one week didn't have an accent, next week he had one. Kind of like Kofi Kingston when he dropped his accent. But
yeah, but like that's his natural accent.
But don't get me wrong, the gimmick I think is actually not too bad. And Apollo's
getting on shoes. You can get this man a belt.
Yeah, and Apollo's actually getting screen time, so you can't complain. Yeah, but yeah, I think Apollo Crews wins this match. Wins the title.
I think Apollo wins this.
No, I think they're trying to push. I think they're trying to push Big E, but I think Apollo, just because they're building.
Yeah, and Big E will keep.
Well, and I can see it. I actually could see it.
I'm about to beat my wife. Lord.
well, one episode we're done.
Cancel.
What to say about that one?
In any case, all right, we'll move on to. We'll move on to
the words of Vince. You're fired.
Yeah. He's going to take the whole channel down with him. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on to Bray Wyatt, or the newly charcoal fiend, with
Marshmallow Wyatt,
with Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. This is another one I don't care about at all.
Wyatt should win and will win.
Probably. What they're doing with the Fiend character, I'm not into personally.
I don't know what happened.
I mean, I think Alexa's doing the best she can with what they're giving her. I really
feel
do.
Goldberg ruined it all. I blame Goldberg.
Blame him for a lot.
Well, yeah.
Like
my wings.
I liked it all in the beginning, but now, like, I don't know what this is.
I liked it all the way up until that Goldberg match in Saudi. After that, after he lost to Goldberg, I was like, nah, I'm done with you. Be gone.
I just got this feeling we're going to get Worms projected onto the mat again or something crazy, silly.
Fucking hope not.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Randy Orton wins because I think he's the I don't know, because they've been making him throw up black goo for the last month, and maybe he's like the baby face, even though I think he's supposed to be the heel in this. I really don't know.
Did you hear the rumor that Uncle Dave is shooting down? That supposedly that is Bo Dallas got burned alive, and he's going to be revealed that it was him, and Bray Wyatt's going to be nice and clean and freshly unburnt.
I mean,
supposedly. It's going to be revealed that was Bo Dallas under the mask.
That sounds real fucking dumb.
But again, I don't put that past WWE at all.
Well, no, God, no, I don't.
I mean, maybe.
That is. Well, it ought to be interesting.
Who knows? But my official vote is for Crispy Critter, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I could see it go either way, but yeah, I'd probably take Bray Wyatt if I had to make the choice.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's Damon, what's your pick? Or did you?
For what match are we talking about now?
The one we were talking about for like the
last. It's Marshmallow Wyatt.
Marshmallow. Okay, cool. Love that.
Hey, Puff Wyatt.
All right. We're going to get on to, I think, possibly two of the best matches of the night, if not the best ones. Asuka defending her title against Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship.
Should be Rhea.
Yeah, I was about to say, as much as I don't want Asuka to lose, it'll be. I think Rhea's going to win that one.
Ripley's going to win this year, since
it's not going to be as good as Bianca and
no,
probably
it'll
be close.
Yeah,
it'll be close, but Ripley's going to win.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ripley to me should have beat Charlotte last year.
Yeah,
but
I was very upset with that match result.
I mean, I don't know if it's true that Charlotte refused to lose to an NXT talent. I don't know if any of that's true. But the fact remains, I think Rhea Ripley should get the title this year.
Bro, that is, you cannot. You got 10 seconds and that's it, bro. You can't.
Yeah. Don't be getting no copyright strike now.
Yeah,
We don't need none of that. So
We don't need that.
yeah. But yeah, so we're all in agreement with Rhea Ripley here, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, what I think is the final match, and I think will main event the show. Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship, along with Paul Heyman versus Edge and Daniel Bryan. Oh, it's triple threat, all three of them against each other. But anyway.
There's
Match of the show, Daniel Bryan.
Why?
Why what?
Why would he win?
Why wouldn't he win?
Because Roman's in the match.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
He's the only
As much as I
babyface.
like Daniel, he should not be in this match.
Mhm.
No, hold on. If
How can you take the
goal
belt off of Roman and still keep him strong by not having him pinned?
Yeah, and then he just goes on a.
Well,
killing spree
the whole
after that.
idea, from what I understand, is Daniel Bryan is in this match to take the fall. Edge pins Daniel, and Roman stays strong because he didn't lose.
Why
See,
would you give
that's
it
how
to
I was
Edge,
thinking,
though?
but just reverse your winner. That was my thought process.
Now, and it's interesting the way they've set it up because Daniel Bryan is talking like this could be his last Mania, last chance for a big WrestleMania moment. But Edge has kind of got that same storyline to a degree. So it could go either way there. I personally don't think you should be taking the belt off Roman
We've already
Reigns
seen
anytime
it.
soon.
Hell no.
I agree with that, but I mean, I don't know. It depends on night one how that match turns out because I don't see both major heavyweight titles changing hands at WrestleMania. So, in my opinion, if night one, if you get a title change, then you're probably not going to get one on night two, and vice versa. If you don't get one on night one, then somebody in that triple threat's probably going to walk away that's not named Roman with the title.
That's fair. And I'm pretty
That's
sure
just
they
how
did
I
that
look at it.
last year, didn't they?
But so you don't see Edge winning it though.
Tony, still there?
I'm here.
Okay. We didn't hear your response. Sorry.
Your videos.
I didn't hear what you guys said.
I said, so you don't see Edge winning.
I want myself personally, if I had to pick somebody, I would want Edge. I want Roman to keep the belt, but if it was going to change, I'd want Edge. But I don't see him doing it. I think Edge is too much of a liability. Yes,
Yeah.
you already seen he already got hurt once. And granted, it wasn't his neck that was repaired, but he still got hurt. He's more fragile than anybody else in there.
Yeah.
I don't see it. If anyone's going to win the title off Roman, it's going to be Edge. Or, I'm sorry, DB, Daniel Bryan.
Well, and that's very possible. He's the only babyface in this match now, which is why if I have to choose the winner, I'm still going to go with Roman Reigns. I would have taken Edge originally because they had him as the babyface, winning the Rumble, going the whole way, getting his moment, and winning the title. But apparently the reports are saying Vince all of a sudden looked at him and said he's too old, and they turned him heel. Because
isn't he kind of like a tweener right now? Is he still kind of like
he went full blown heel at the last pay per view, and he's been heel since. Attacking both guys with chairs and just laying them out with concertos and things like that. So I'm going to stick with Roman just because I think that's who it should stay on. But I agree with Tony. If someone's going to maybe win, I would have taken Edge originally, but now that Daniel's in this, which again I kind of agree with Damon, he maybe should never have been in this match. But if you're going to tell it, maybe he is the babyface to win, and kind of like WrestleMania 30 all over again. But
I just can't see him being put in unless he was gonna win. Because why ruin that perfectly good match? Like you said, the rumor about him being old, Vince feeling he's old. Vince probably feels he's a liability too. He's somebody in there that's going to be reliable. And I think, not saying that Roman's not, I'm telling you, I think Daniel's going to win it, man.
I don't
even think it's the age that Vince is going to see as a liability. It's the injury that Edge had last year after Mania.
It was a full match it was like his first full
match. And a neck injury that put him out for 7 years?
I think Daniel's in this match mostly to, make sure the match has got good flow.
Oh, yeah.
And things like to obviously carry a lot of this match with Roman because Edge is going to come in when he can, and things like that, but I don't know how that's going to affect the winner.
I mean, as far as like the age thing, I mean, he had fucking Goldberg out that had the title. You going to tell me Goldberg's not old?
All right. I mean, I get that. I see your point there.
So I don't think it's the age of Edge. injury
It's
he
a
got last
liability.
year.
He's too
Well, either way,
injury
it's a liability, but I don't feel like it's the age. It's the fact that he got injured last year after Mania.
Yeah.
But no, it essentially, I feel Roman's going to win this. It's Edge and Edge's son, because, like you said, Eric, they both have that. This is our last shot at a Mania moment. We want it now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you.
I'm gonna go with Roman on this too. So.
I don't know how you let one have it and the other one not. They'll both somehow get it, or they both won't get it.
I mean, I think Roman should be the winner. I think he should be. Now, do I think that may happen? Who knows?
I guess it really depends on how much pull Paul has behind stage.
Yeah, I can honestly see them giving it to Edge because that was the plan the whole way, from what I could tell. But I don't see him giving it to Daniel. But Tony could be right. Very well could be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't be upset with any of them really long term. I just think the story they're telling, outside of Roman, it doesn't make much sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. Well, if that's the last match of the card, why don't we do this match of the Mania? Who thinks it's going to be? Who's going to take away that title? Best match of WrestleMania
between both nights, or are we going to do
between both nights overall? WrestleMania best match.
Crap.
I'm going to go with a dark horse. I'm going to go Cesaro and Seth Rollins.
I say that was the first match that popped into my mind.
If given the time,
the Roman match.
If given the time and they're allowed to do what they can do, I think that could very well steal the show, like a Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage type thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boo, what you think?
I think Bianca and Sasha Banks.
Call.
I mean, again, given the time and allowed to do what they're able to do, I think that, and I even think Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns could be very good. I mean, they're all good, and All right, so that's the WrestleMania predictions for all the matches.